Thank you for taking a moment to watch our Return to Campus video for the Reagan Educational Center. When students first arrive on campus, they will be greeted by a staff member and will have their temperature checked. There are 14 different temperature check stations set up on the Reyburn and Clovis East campuses. If a student arrives and has a temperature over 100 degrees Fahrenheit or are showing symptoms of COVID-19, they will be directed to the care room and will not be allowed to attend class. If they do not have a fever, they will have their hands stamped, and this stamp will be their pass into class for the day. As students enter the classroom, their teachers will make sure their hand has been stamped, verifying that the student stopped at a temperature check station prior to entering campus and was approved to proceed to class. They will also apply school-provided hand sanitizer at the door as they walk into the classroom. Classroom arrangements have been modified in order to maximize social distancing between students and teachers. All students will be sat at a minimum of 6 feet away from their classmates and teacher. Teachers will sanitize all tables, desks, and chairs in between each class period. Your student may be part of a room and Zoom classroom. In these classes, a teacher has hybrid students physically in their class that they're teaching, while they're simultaneously teaching Clovis Connect students who are at home viewing the classroom and being taught through Zoom. This allows both hybrid and Clovis Connect students to receive the same instruction and minimized schedule changes. Our campus has become equipped with a multitude of signs reminding students of the correct traffic flow where they can enter and exit, to socially distance, and to always properly wear their mask. It is imperative that all students and staff wear a mask covering their nose and mouth. A visor or face shield cannot be worn in place of a mask, but they can be worn in addition to a mask. Traffic flow in the 100 building has been modified in order to maximize social distancing and minimize gathering. Signs have been placed at the east and west ends of the 100 building designating those as entry points. Additional signage has been placed on the south side of the building designating that area as the exit point. Students will be allowed to use the restrooms located in the 100 building between the Sierra and Summit offices. Students will be reminded of proper hand hygiene, including to wash their hands with soap and water for a minimum of 20 seconds. Restrooms are cleaned multiple times throughout the day by our custodial team. The 600 building has a vast amount of signage designating specific access points as entrances and exits. Students will be entering the 600 building through the east and west doors and exiting the building through the center doors on the south side of the building. The stairwells on the outside of the building have been designated as up stairwells, and the interior stairs will be used for going down only. Students will not be allowed to walk up the stairs on the inside of the 600 building. On the Clovis East side of campus, the restrooms in the 600 building will be open for student use. These restrooms will also be cleaned multiple times a day. Our other instructional buildings, such as the 200, 700, and 800 buildings, also have signs posted designating the flow of traffic and reminding students to stay socially distanced. As an extra measure of safety, our PE classes will not be dressing out this time. Each individual teacher will provide their students with a daily meeting location. Our library flow of traffic has been modified as well and is similar to the flow parents and students experienced at textbook checkout in the fall. Students will be directed to enter the library building, otherwise known as the 400 building, from the Clovis East side and exit through the doors on the Reyburn side of campus. For students entering the library, they will enter through the main entrance inside the 400 building hallway. The library floor has been marked with blue X's to assist students with staying socially distanced. Students will no longer be able to look through the books on our shelves. All returned books will be quarantined for a minimum of 3 days, per the American Library Association's COVID-19 guidelines. When students are done in the library, they will exit out the south door. Hybrid students will pick up their complimentary meal when they are released from class at the end of their day. Students will receive lunch for that day as well as one breakfast for the following day. These meals may be picked up at the Reyburn and Clovis East snack bars and food carts. Students do not need an ID card in order to get their meals, and they will have plenty of time to pick up their meal and get on the bus if the school bus is their transportation home. Clovis Connect students will continue to pick up their meals behind the 500 building between the hours of 6:30 a.m. and 7:30 a.m. Our Reyburn Staff Lounge has been set up to serve as our care room. If a student arrives on campus with a temperature over 100 degrees Fahrenheit or are symptomatic, they will be directed to the care room. They will also be sent to the care room if they develop a fever or other symptoms during the school day. When students arrive in the care room, they will be checked in and parents will be called to pick up their child. Our contact tracing procedures will begin immediately to make sure any and all close contacts are contacted. Students will continue to properly wear their mask and be socially distanced while in the care room. Safety and cleanliness are our biggest priorities. Our custodial crew works continuously throughout the day cleaning all frequently touched surfaces such as door handles, faucets, and railings. After school, our crew uses a chlorine-based substance to fog all classrooms and workspaces. Thank you again for taking the time to view this Return to Campus video. We hope you found it informative, and we look forward to seeing all of our Timberwolves back on the Reagan Educational Center campuses.